Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'd like to discuss a couple of my experiences and some basic knowledge that somebody would like to know before getting into paramotoring. I am new to paramotoring and just finished my training in January, and while it's fresh on my mind, I just want to go over some common questions and things that may be misleading, such as when and where someone could fly, how much room to take off and land, cost, fear, air sickness, and training. As far as cost goes, for training and basic equipment setup, look to be in the ballpark of $15,000 to $20,000. Now down the road you'll want additional items such as a reserve chute, inflatable gear for water landings, strobes, additional wings, training wings and harnesses, spare parts, items for transporting equipment such as trailers or pickup racks, and communication equipment. One of the big questions that's always asked is where can you take off and land? Now I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos and it looks like they can just take off anywhere. But for a beginner, expect to need a lot of room, way bigger than a football field. And some things that's going to impact this is level of training, the type of wing, how much wind, and always leave yourself an additional room for clearing obstacles and enough room for failed launches. The next big question is, where all can you fly? Well, there's a lot of space to fly. That's not a problem. But just know that you can't just fly anywhere. There are different airspace categories. There's flight height restrictions over national parks and a lot of restricted areas. So you will be going through training and learn where and where not to fly. Then we have the question, when can you fly? Well, as a beginner, expect to only do early morning at sunrise and right before sunset, beach flying where the weather's good and the winds are coming from the ocean to the land, or overcast days where there's no precipitation such as snow clouds. Higher winds and midday flying should be left to advanced pilots. Now to cover the two subjects that I think most people think about that keeps them out of the sport, and that's fear of heights and thinking about air sickness. I personally get motion sickness quite easy in taking pilot lessons in a Cessna or on carnival rides, but when it comes to paramotoring, I have not experienced any sensation of motion sickness yet. When it comes to the fear of heights category, I find myself probably in the middle. I'm not deathly afraid of heights, but I strongly respect it. And when it comes to standing on the side of a cliff or a tall building or up a tall tree, yes, I find to be a little nervous. However, with paramotoring, my personal experience, before my first flight, I was nervous. Once I took off, I've not had any fear of heights. Now, to be honest, any turbulence or thermals is nerve-wracking. But as a pilot, you can choose to watch the weather and only fly in good conditions, and you'll be perfectly fine. Last but not least, training. I highly recommend formal training and not to learn the sport on your own. And there are two ways to do the training. One, you can randomly do days here or there spread out. Or the better option is, if you have the ability to take multiple days off in a row, is go find a training center that you can do it all at one time. If you have any further questions, comment below. I'll try to answer your questions, and if not, hopefully I can guide you to somebody who can. Now, let's go land. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe. Hope to see you flying soon.